Hey guys, it's Jonah here, and I'm back with a homebrew review from my good buddy Drew over at the Bonehead Brewery. And this one, I like this label. This one is called the Joker. It's a proper bitter, apparently. Says on the back, made with Challenger Styrian Goldings. Interesting. And Marisotto. It's a classic English bitter. And it was brewed on the 19th of April 2017. Classic black top. And if you're wondering what his logo looks like, there you go. You can't probably read it because this is a rubbish webcam, but it says Bonehead Brewery, skull and crossbones. So cheers, Drew. I like that little card there, kind of the Joker card, if you like. And he's juggling. He's doing a juggling trick with some skulls. I believe that's called a cascade, which is interesting because this has got Styrian Goldings hops, which, if I'm right in saying, are related to Cascade hops. A little bit of a hiss on that bad boy. Tiny bit of smoke and a little bit of aroma. Well, let's get this bad boy into a glass. It's been chilling out along with me today. In the fridge, so I know, bitters, you shouldn't really put them in the fridge, but I like a nice chilled beer. I've found with homebrews as well, it calms them down a bit, because you can get some aggressive ones sometimes. Oh, poured a tiny bit of the old yeasties in there. Look at that, that's a cracking bitter, look at that. Lovely, lovely amount of carbonation. That's going to come back to haunt me, I guess. Look at that colour. That is fantastic. That's a proper autumn beer. Good fingers head. Lovely, lovely white bubbles. But my goodness, look at that go. That is amazing carbonation. Really looking forward to this, dude. On the nose, it smells like a bitter. What more can I say? I'm not getting too many hop characteristics. To be honest, I think I might be getting more of the malt, to be honest. No huge aroma malts, but this is meant to be an English bitter style. And I know Brew writes down his recipes, so if you want to give us a hint down below, man, then please let me know what went into this beer, and you could even put the schedule in if you want, or a link to your recipe. Whatever you want to do is fine. Wow, let's get into it. I can't get on with that colour. Look at that. Proper like conker. Maybe one shade lighter than a conker. Cheers and beers, guys. Let's dig in and see what we get. Going to get some burn on the carbonation, I think. Oh, that is lovely and smooth. That is a proper dishwater beer. 3.8% on the ABV. So you could sink a fair few of these. Ooh. Now, not sure what yeast used in there, but definitely at the back end there, you can kind of taste. It's not the homebrew twang, but it's something that you only get from certain types of yeast. It's weird because it's kind of a little bit chalky. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if you know what I mean, but certain types of yeast produce that kind of, and you only usually get it with homebrews. You get that kind of chalkiness right at the end. Let's dig in. Whoa, that carbonation really exploding on the back of the palate. But like I say, really, really smooth. Quite light bittering, I have to say. And then you do get that kind of Maris Otter. It's like a kind of light, you'll know what I mean if you know Maris Otter. It's that light kind of biscuity kind of thing going on that's not the same as a two-row, for example, or another one of those, you know, just normal pale malts. Maris Otter has definitely got that kind of light biscuity thing going on, like a rich tea kind of. It's not a digestive, it's like a rich tea kind of biscuity thing going on in the background. Optic, on the other hand, has a totally different profile. But I have to say Maris Otter is one of my favourites. This is a really, really nice beer. Really nice and smooth. Not much going on, as I say, with the hops. Got a little bit of bitterness, perhaps. But this one's all about the kind of malts. This is a proper, what I would call, Drew, this is a proper dishwater beer, and that is a good thing in my book. Easy drinking. You can definitely talk all night speaking rubbish. Drink a fair few pints of this. Nice and mellow. The only thing, perhaps, is the level of carbonation. It is really hard. Nice if you like a good head, but look at that. It kind of explodes a bit too much on your mouth. I would go, if I was doing this again, and I'd love to know the recipe because this is a fantastic beer. This is kind of like a, pardon me, as I said, well carbonated. This is your quintessential, quintessential kind of English stroke British bitter. Lovely, just standard bitter at 3.8. Fantastic beer. This is like the old school days, you know, when you used to drink, just sit around drinking, when there used to be pubs before they all started closing down. Sit in the drink, none of this 5%, 6% rubbish. You'd have a nice 3.5%, and you'd session it, wouldn't you? You'd sit there with your mates, maybe smoke some cigarettes, have a game of pool or bar billiards or whatever, have some port scratchings. Happy, happy days. Lose some money on the fruit machine, you know, all that kind of jazz. Happy days, misspent youth and all that kind of stuff, but that's what this beer reminds me of. Yes, sorry, I would say back off maybe 3/4 of what priming sugar went into this. See what you get with that. I reckon it's a bit overcarbed. So yeah, 75% of what you use for your priming sugar, this would be spot on. Very smooth, very balanced, lovely. Admittedly, I've kept this for when it was back in April. So yeah, it's had a while. It's had a fair few months to kind of meld together. Because it's in a bottle. Bottles, as we all know, have quite a long shelf life compared to if you were kegging. But yeah, cheers and beers, dude. This is a fantastic beer. This has really cheered me up. Yeah, what more can I say? Not all beers have to be hot bombs. You can have a lovely bitter. Really good. I'm so impressed with this. I guess people like IPAs, don't they? A lot of the time. This is definitely just normal bitter, but they're the kind of things that I really appreciate and like. So, dude, well done on this. Catch Andrew on the Bonehead Brewery. Believe he's on the Facebook and he's on the forums as well. Cheers and beers, guys. We'll see you for some more beer reviews. Man, that carbonation. See you real soon. It's been Unclejona. Cheers and beers, guys. Whoa, carbonation!